Warriors, who are on a drive for five trips to the finals and a place on the podium of all-time great teams. Are they already there? And do they even need Kevin Durant to win? Someone who knows is an emphatic yes on that question, and who it is might surprise you. And then, of course, there's Magic Johnson. He went scorched earth on the Lakers yesterday. We'll tell you why this could be one of the most important moments in franchise history as Get Up starts right now. And a very pleasant good morning from New York. We are delighted that you have chosen to wake up with us today. RJ is back. Coach Tibbs is back. And look who's here, the big swagoo.
Let's go.
Ready to do his favorite thing in the world, and that is talk about basketball.
Yes.
And a whole bunch of NFL as well. Could the Warriors make history last night and advance to the finals for the 5th consecutive year? That's our top story. It's our game of the night. It's Steph against Dame Lillard as Lillard and the Blazers try and keep it alive in Game 4. And RJ, in the second quarter, it's Myers Leonard drilling threes. He was 10 of 12, 25 points in the first half.
Dude, look, when Myers Leonard goes for 25 in the first half, his career high in his life, including high school. They were saying about college and NBA.
So he was spectacular, but in the third quarter, again, look at Dame Lillard. This is not nice what he does to Alfonso McKinney here.
Look, young fella, you're at the top of the key with Dame Lillard. You're trying to move your feet fast, but Dame is just too good, too quick. This is one of the few highlights Dame had.
Portland as many as 17 points up in the third quarter, which means the Warriors had him right where they want him, because here they come. There's Steph drilling a three. That's impossible. Then less than 5 minutes to go, taking it inside, and they've tied the game at 104. So much for the lead. They actually played more of this series from behind than in front. Less than 4 minutes to go. Tied at 106. Tied no more. Draymond Green with the three. Green and Curry, first teammates to each have a triple-double in a postseason game ever. On the other end, Portland down by 2, trying desperately to keep their season alive. That's Lillard knocking down a 3 as it rattles home. Portland up 1. Just over 2 minutes to go. Portland still leading by 1. Steph, no good. Now we're going back in the other direction. And how about this slam dunk from Leonard?
Oh, my God! Draymond! Come on now! Look at that, Myers Leonard. He wasn't done in that first half. That was his last highlight.
But hold on. We were not done for Golden State. That's Klay Thompson. Don't forget about him. Ties the game at 111. Still tied. Less than 20 seconds to go. Watch Steph Curry here. Watch, he's going to lose it inside. He's going to get it back, and then he wants to get back to the three-point line. Oh, look at that. His brother. Watch Steph on the sideline. Watch, he's calling for the walk here. Why he's traveling? He can't take that. Even Steph Curry's not allowed all those steps. They do call it. So the Blazers get the ball. Less than 10 seconds to go. Blazers looking to salvage one win in this series. Where are they going to go in those 10 seconds? Damian Lillard sizing up his man. Little hook shot for the win. No good. We go to overtime. Less than a minute to go in the extra session. Warriors leading it by 1. It's Steph. Here's the biggest shot of the game, and it's made by Draymond Green. They're leaving him open all the time. I told you he had a triple-double, 18 points, 14 boards, 11 assists.
Right at their bench.
No bucket bigger than that one. Warriors up 4, less than 10 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game. Blazers down those 2. They need this for the tie. No good, but it's out of bounds, and they're going to put a little time on the clock, so they'll have 3.3 seconds left in their season. Dame Lillard for the win. Not even close, and it's all over. In a sweep. Blazers fall. Warriors by 2. They advance to the finals for the 5th consecutive year. An extraordinary accomplishment for an extraordinary team.
I hope it doesn't go unnoticed or underrated. 5 straight finals hasn't been done since the 60s, since Bill Russell's Celtics. Hasn't been done for a reason. It's really, really difficult.
I think the way that we play, we don't take anything for granted. Every single night, especially when you get to the playoffs, there's a hunger about us, and whether we win or lose, we take pride in how we play. And 5 straight finals and the historic nature of what that is kind of crazy to think about. We want to enjoy it. We know 4 more wins defines your season, winning a championship, so got to stay locked in.
To be the 5 straight finals, I don't even know what to say about it. This is what you play for. This is our goal every year, and to get here 5 straight times is special. And saying that, we know we still have more work to do. The goal is never just to get to the finals. The goal is to go win the finals.
Let's talk for a moment about them just getting there. You mentioned that the Russell Celtics are the only other team to go to 5 straight NBA finals. But the sport, it could not be more different. The league expanded from 8 to 9 teams during that Celtics run. 9 teams. There were now 30. So those Celtics had to win multiple playoff rounds to reach the finals only once during that stretch of time. That is not in any way to diminish the greatness of the Russell-era Celtics. It is to point out the difficulty of the road these Warriors have traveled. And so Tom Thibodeau will give you the first crack at this. Must we say, whatever happens over the course of the next 2 weeks, or 3, because they won't play again until a week from Thursday, must we say right this minute, the Golden State Warriors of this era are among the greatest teams ever to play?
I think no question about it. To get there 5 straight years, and I think they're also looking for things to motivate them. Obviously, when you look at best record, the 73 wins, they check that box, back-to-back championships, and then of course the three-peat. That's motivating them. But the Celtics, the Bulls, they're all great teams.
Well, you'll see some of them. Obviously, these are the Russell-era Celtics. That's Bob Cousy and Bill Russell. And now we're going back really to the earliest days of basketball, to the earliest days of the NBA. And then, of course, the Showtime Lakers. That's Magic Johnson. We'll talk about him again in a minute under completely different circumstances. But these great Laker teams of the 80s, they didn't go to the finals 5 consecutive years. They never won 3 straight championships. Obviously, among the greatest teams of all time. And then there have been many others that you would put into the conversation alongside them. And now Michael Jordan's Bulls teams, of course. In Chicago, they will use the phrase minimum 8-peat, which is to say, had Michael Jordan not walked away from the game voluntarily for 2 years in the middle of their run of 6 championships in 8 seasons, maybe they wind up winning 8 straight championships. The reality is, we'll never know. They never went to the finals 5 consecutive times. So, Richard, as one who competed against these Warriors, what do we say of what they have accomplished to this point, getting to the finals a 5th straight year?
It is the most impressive thing that I've seen ever watching basketball, because they've also done it in a way that is unique. They changed the game. They used the 3-point line. The way that they drafted everybody, and in their core.
Not everybody.
In their core, they drafted, because it started with Clay. It started with Draymond. It started with Steph, right? And those guys made it such an attractive place that other people wanted to come. So when you draft your core, and now look at who they're here right now with their core guys. So I think the way they did it is so impressive, and they've been professional. And also they've played the brand of basketball that other great players want to come. That's so impressive.
And quickly, what do we say of the fact that they just did this? They just swept the 3 seed without Kevin Durant.
Look, I understand that everyone wants to do this Kevin Durant dance back and forth, but they were a great team before. And that was, we don't have to talk about the issue. I want to focus on how great they are. But Kevin Durant makes them unbeatable. Kevin Durant, to me, makes them the most unbeatable franchise that we have seen in modern day sports. I think that they are better than the Lakers 3-peat. I think that they are better than, the Bulls. I really and truly do, because if you look at what they accomplished and the amount of weapons that they have.
When you watched, though, Tibbs, what we just saw them do with Steph Curry, first player ever to score at least 30 points in every game of a 4-game sweep. Draymond with a triple-double last night. Boy, those guys look awfully good playing just as they did in this series.
Yeah, and I think that's the mark of their team, is they can win games a lot of different ways. And to have Draymond playing at the level he's at, and obviously Steph, but I think seeing how they rebounded the ball yesterday, they badly out-rebounded Portland. It told you how badly they wanted to win that game, and understanding how important rest is.
Look, the reality of it is this. They now have 9 days until they will start the NBA Finals, to your point. We don't know exactly what the status of Kevin Durant is. We don't know what the status of DeMarcus Cousins is. They could be bringing 2 all-league players to their roster in time for the NBA Finals. We will see. But we start the morning talking about a current dynasty. We then work our way to a dynasty.